Like, yeah. And real hair is back. Real hair is back. Real hair is back. Yes. I missed my hair. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I think my inner trims, but I just missed my hair. And don't get it frudged up, okay? I am definitely going to get that weave back and popping, and no, it's not on the website yet, but they are going to put it back on the website. I'm so very sorry, okay? But still, okay, I said all of that. Don't forget to like the video because you're gonna enjoy it, so you might as well like it now. Okay, so I pissed some people off last week. Oh my god, you guys were so upset with me. Like, one of the people like that always watch my videos had to comment and tell me how they could not continue to watch my video after I said that I was not upset with Benzino for clocking Jocelyn. And I felt like I explained myself enough in that video. And a lot of you agreed with me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you agree with me. But I also felt like, well, if you're not going to watch the rest of my review because I said I was not upset with him. Not that I said it wasn't wrong or that it wasn't on some bitch assness. Like, of course, any man hitting a woman, did you see Ray Rice? It's on some bitch assness. Like, but it wasn't even a Ray Rice situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't, those two situations are only alike because a man hit a woman. Besides that, they have nothing else in common, okay? I'm about to tell you right now, that shit was not made for TV purposes. Because if it was, I mean, did you see the way she was out before she even hit the ground? Like, it was like, boom, and she was like, and I was like, that is so wrong. He is so, and then she married this nigga. First he open hand slapped her, and then he uppercutted the fuck out her, and she married him. Women, please. It's not about self-esteem anymore. It's about self-preservation. Can we not get married to an abusive man who knocks us the fuck out, then can't even really can't pick us up to bring us back to the room, drags our ass out of a fucking elevator, kind of kicks us a little bit because he pissed off that he got to drag our ass back to the hotel room, and then takes your shoe off and throws it some fucking well. So I just want people to realize that wasn't a wise decision, okay? I don't give a fuck how much money he got. That was not a wise decision at all. So please, people, can we not do this? Can we not do this? Like, no. That lady sat on that press conference and apologized, yo. I could not believe that shit. I was like, what are you apologizing for? You got hit. Like, and I understand she shoved him, but come on, man. Like, you a big ass football player. When she shoved you, it didn't even, come on now. No, not at all. I wouldn't apologize for not a goddamn thing. And when he slapped me the first time, I'd have been like, oh, I can't believe you hit me. I'd have cried. I'd have bitched up. Even if it didn't even hurt me that bad, I'd have bitched up. Because you know what? A nigga that'll open hand slap you and not blink once will hurt you, okay? So that means you need to stop. You know why? Self-preservation. That's why. We're gonna start off with something else besides the two couples that are competing for who can be more ratchet, okay? Because either way it go, both situations, both sides are fucked up on some aspects, and we're gonna get into that, okay? Let's take one thing at a time, because Samore's calm ass now has to get into some other shit so that we can get back to the rest of the cast over there on the stage that continue to take that date. So Nico is on the hot spot. We're talking to Nico and Mimi about the release of the sex tape, and Nico basically said that he ain't leaked shit. Okay, Arian starts going in about how, you know, you leaked that tape with your pussy ass nigga, and I'm always there for her. I know shit about her, and I ain't never said that shit. And you know why? Because I'm a good friend with your pussy ass. You know what I'm saying? She was like really upset, and Nico is like totally, like, you know, not bothered. Like, his whole attitude is, you know, she feels like that, and that's what it is, but I didn't leak the tape. Then when they get on to, you know, like, okay, you didn't leak the tape, so does anybody think he leaked the tape? And everybody was like, yeah, we think he leaked the tape. And then he did a poll, and 97% said, yeah, they think he leaked the tape. So the nigga probably leaked the tape. I say y'all what Dab said, because y'all know Dab was upset by this situation. Dab was like, you know what the problem is? The problem is you're not fucking being honest. You're not keeping it funky. The reason why the Kardashians were able to be successful is because they kept it real. You up here, and you're full of deceit. Look at you. You're so lying right now, son. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? She kept it funky with him. And basically what she said is, and what Rashida said, while he was sitting on that stage replying to the question, he was coming off very insincere. It was very aggravating to watch. Somebody needed to hit his ass. Jocelyn, where are you when we need you, bitch? Where are you when we need you? But you know, it's always gotta be this woman hate woman shit. It can't be let the strongest bitch on the cast beat this nigga ass because he is obnoxious. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Mimi is sitting up there and, you know, she's like, I don't want to see him in Aryan fighting. I forgot to say that, y'all. She said, and it pissed me off because it's like, you still all in your feelings about this nigga after, like, all this proof that came out that he playing you, like, for real. He playing you like a soybean burger, bitch. You was all in this nigga face screaming and letting your stank ass breath get all in his face. And for his, you know, from his standpoint, acting like a fucking thot. And not a 40-year-old grown woman about your shit when you went off on him about leaking that fucking tape. But now you on here talking about how much I still have feelings for Nico. I still love Nico. What do you want me to do? I enjoy his sex. I don't have anybody else to sleep with. Bitch, you can find somebody else to sleep with. Mimi, you are gorgeous. Like, come on, y'all. Let's be real. Mimi is a beautiful woman. Her titties may be a little long in the tooth, but that's nothing that a good plastic surgeon cannot fix, okay? Mimi is a good-looking, well-preserved, successful black woman. If she had better sense, she would have her a better man. Let's be fucking real. Stop acting like your choices are slim out here. Stop acting like that. They got more dick out here than a little bit, bitch. Come on now. Come on now. Let's do better. Let's do better. Okay, let's date on our age range for real. Okay, mentally. Because I feel like everybody that she fucking with are like regress 40-year-olds. They still think they in their 20s. They don't know shit. They don't know that time is past and their balls have dropped and really dropped. And you are getting closer and closer to being to a certain age where shit starts to turn gray and fall and really not be attractive anymore. And you would think that it would behoove you to have more sense. But oh no. Not the men of Love and Hip Hop, for Christ's sake, not them. They asked Nico how his wife felt about the situation, because we have to get on the fact that he's married, okay? That's what they got on next. And he doesn't feel like he lied because she never asked. I kept it funky. She didn't ask, I didn't tell. I don't understand. And I'm like, really? So withholding the truth is not a lie? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, people. Who told you that? They lied to you, obviously. But anyway, he says that his wife was upset about it. Now, Deb had to point this out. If y'all are no longer together, why is she upset about it? If she's your soon-to-be ex-wife, there's no feelings. Why is she upset? You know what I'm saying? Because obviously you still fucking her. Let's be real. If she in her feelings, then you are probably still fucking her. Did I mention that she and Nico jointly owe like $2.5 million to a record company that invested in their music group, and they just took the money and tried to do a deal with somebody else? And like, no, that's not how this happens. So they're being sued because they're on television flashing and shit. He's on television flashing and shit. So, you know, you got money, here you are. And they talk about the tape, and Mimi lets it be known that, you know, she is, you know, gonna be making money for the rest of her life, and it is the highest selling, you know, sex tape that company has ever had, and they're the first African American couple that company has been with. So thank you, Mimi. We can put that in the fucking HBCU Hall of Fame. We can put that in the National Black Historical wherever there's black history, we can go ahead and put that on the wall as one of the times that we did some shit. Mimi and Nico from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, the first African American couple to have a high grossing sex tape. Thank you, your Black History Moments. 365 Black, McDonald's. Thank you. Gloat about that shit one more time, so we can think that this shit is not all a sham, okay? This shit is all a sham, okay? All this shit is fuckery, okay? All of this shit is fuckery, if you ask me. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I think it's fuckery at the end of this episode. I mean, at the end of this review. You know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Mama D says that the end of the day, Mimi is a grown-ass woman. And the grandiosity of the situation is that the tape got her hot. She was looking for a man to jump on. Oh, titillating. And I was like, didn't need that information, but thanks for the light moment, Mama D. So Samora's, you know, very reserved, quiet self asked if any of the other castmates had any sex tapes. And Jock is like, I don't got no sex tape, but I like film myself. Like, look at the thing. Like, look at that thing. Like, ooh, look at that thing. And I'm like, yeah, I seen your thing, so I understand. But from what Carly Red had said, they got a sex tape. He said, but my face wasn't in it. She said, oh, that's what you think? Would you ever release the sex tape, Carly Red? For money, no. But for revenge, absolutely. How to Get Away with Murder this fall. So then we get on Kalina, Ashley, and Tony. And this is about the time that I started paying attention. As I'm not so foggy on what happened, I don't need to refer to my notes that much. Okay. So, from what I understand, Kalina and Ashley had a 11-year friendship, and they started bumping boxes middle to early in the relationship. Kalina saw her on a video shoot. They both do music, and she was like, damn, who is that girl over there in that dress with that ass? And she asked around and she found out, and she went over to him and talked to him, was like, you know what, we're gonna call you Ashley. Can I touch it? Ooh, can I touch it? Apparently, Kalina has some experience of the lesbian persuasion. Ashley, on the other hand, was a gold star lesbian. No, I'm just kidding. This was her first time being with a woman, was with Kalina. And they asked, had she and Tony and Kalina had a threesome? And she says, no, I'm saving that for my husband. And I'm like, gefilte fish. What? How does that? I don't understand. If you have a threesome with you and your husband and another chick, wouldn't you have a threesome with another chick's husband and you? And I'm just saying, and another chick, like, wouldn't you? I don't understand, like, how you really feel there's a difference in the two. But whatever, Ashley, you look good on the stage. I like the hair, but I wish that this, like, this side over here, or is this side over here for y'all? I feel like if it needed to be better groomed. But I feel like I love where it was going. I mean, I'm just thoroughly attracted to the bitch. I'm just saying. She's delicious. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, that's the bitch you call delicious. Not the tall ass lanky dude with the ponytail that always got on a Versace, you know, dress shirt. No. You know, they asked the other castmates would they have a threesome, and of course Kirk and Rashida are like, not over here, not this Georgia peach. But the Jock was like, he felt like, look, everybody on this damn stage probably didn't have a threesome. This is the cast love hip hop. And I'm like, Jock, I was thinking the exact same thing when he said that. I was like, man, get the fuck out of here. All of y'all probably didn't have a threesome. Like, come on now, stop with this fuckery. Oh, like y'all so reserved now? Oh, for real? Oh, alright. Anyway, people, you know, got receipts for they fucked them. Like, come on now. You got receipts for the pussydom. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a paid situation. Girl, look, down in your right. And what I mean paid situation, not like, oh, we, you know, he paid the fuck, but like you got receipts. You know what I'm saying? Like actual receipts paid. See what I'm saying? Too much. Anyway, so then we gotta get on Stevie, Jocelyn, Benzino, and now Thea's side of what happened. Okay? And the producer, oh my god, I forgot his name, but his hair is total and utter fuckery. He has sideburns. It's short at the top, but kind of medium in the back and kind of goes down. All I'm saying is, douche, mixed sideburns, anyone. I mean, producer, douche, mixed sideburns. Really? That's what I get off of you. The haircut gives me douche, and then when we get into this interview and you're asking questions about the altercation and Benzino doesn't want to comment and keeps telling Althea to say no comments, even though dizzily enough she keeps wanting to answer the questions. You got all bitch assy. You got all, like, I'm saying, yes, Benzino was definitely a bitch for hitting Jocelyn. But when I was looking at the situation, if I was in his shoes, I would have done the same thing. I'm sorry. Like, that's just how I felt about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of y'all may not agree with that, and some of y'all did. But at the end of the day, I don't think that makes me a bad person. Jocelyn is a fucking man, for Christ's sake. She said she was gonna fuck him up. She said she could fuck him and his wife up at the same time. Okay? That's what she said. Out of her mouth. Okay? Now, ultimately, I feel like when we really look at the situation of a young woman getting into an altercation with her old man, we think about hood rat, correct? Meaning inappropriate behavior? Really? Okay. So, everybody that kept saying, oh, they was talking shit, anything that somebody says is really not a good reason to fight them. Yes, you feel that way, but ultimately, unless somebody put their hands on you, you really have no valid reason to fight them, because you can get fucking arrested or sued. So, legally, unless somebody touch you first, you do not have the right to put your hands on them. We gonna say that, okay? Now, pertaining to the situation, I really do not feel like anything that was said on Twitter is enough to fight some fucking body at the reunion show. I don't. Okay? Now, everybody kept saying that, what's the girl's name? Tammy and Althea were talking shit about Jocelyn. That's why she beat their ass. As opposed to, they all were talking shit about one another. Jocelyn said shit about them. They say shit about her. It's not like it's one-sided and people are picking on Jocelyn. That's not the situation at all. So for everybody that kept saying that shit, stop that. That does not make sense. And like I said, that just proves how ignorant you are when you say shit like that. You can feel like that, but don't say shit like that. Okay? Like, stop it, people. I'm just saying. Like, no. First of all, what the fuck did Tammy say? She was ugly, the bitch was fake, the bitch was crazy, the bitch was on drugs. Buku people said this shit. I didn't see her fight anybody else. She didn't fight Mama D. She didn't fight Deb. She didn't fight Arian. She didn't fight Bambi. She didn't fight Rashida. I mean, like, there were a whole bunch of people on stage that have said some of the same things that Tammy, you know, or Althea might have said, but they really had reason because they got into altercations with Jocelyn. Either way it go, they had times when shit was said to one another's faces for shit to go down. Not in the Althea situation, because Althea always tried to keep it nice, nasty with Jocelyn, you know, as opposed to Tammy, who, you know, at the end of the day would get rowdy with your fucking ass and didn't care. Everybody that kept saying she didn't have a reason to fight Tammy at the time, you were full of shit. They were fucking arguing. They got into it. That was a reason to fight right then. If two people are arguing and they, you know, get into an altercation because they're getting all in each other's faces, that's reason to fight right there. Okay? That's absolutely reason to fight right now. So the people who are comparing this fight to the Portia and Kenya fight, I was like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? What is that about? Child, please. But either way it go, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of dissecting the situation because I feel like I really didn't dissect it like I could have. And ultimately, I feel like Jocelyn and Stevie started the shit. Stevie more so because he the one that got up and then stopped. Did y'all see this nigga stop? Okay, and yes, to me it looked like he was stopping so Benzino would get up. But I also feel like in his mind, security coming right now. So in my mind, if you know security coming, if you don't hurry up and hit this nigga while you can, you're not going to be able to hit him. So to me, what Stevie was doing was for show. What Jocelyn was doing was for fucking real. She got into it with Althea in her first mind because Stevie got up. In her real deep mind because this bitch sitting over there looking pretty. Because every time she said something about Tammy or Althea in this interview, she said, because I want to punch their pretty faces. So, if she calling a bitch pretty, you don't think she thinking about that? Do better, people. Do better. We have to start talking about the wedding situation and whether Jocelyn and Stevie are really married. And Jocelyn said, yes, we married. Yes, we're absolutely married. And he's like, well, did y'all take pictures? Where was it? You know, who was there? Was y'all family there? And they were like, I wore this white silver baby dress. You know, some fancy shit that I could care a fuck about, okay? Like, bitch, at the end of the day, if you would have wore a fucking dress from somewhere cheaper, maybe you would still have your rental house. But So she tries to act like she's about to bring out the marriage certificate, and yo, I'm like, this bitch went and got married to this nigga so they can actually have proof. Jocelyn, you winning. And then she pulls out a handkerchief in a mirror and was like, no, I don't have it. I don't have it with me right now. Does it exist at all? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I just don't have it with me right now. And I'm like, Jocelyn, you just played the fuck out yourself. I know you felt like you played us, or you played, you know, producer, you know, douchey McSideburns. I know you felt like you played him, but you really played yourself. Because the fact that you really couldn't come in there after all of these months with some real paperwork to say, we got married. If it wasn't for the date, nigga, we still got married. All of this, like all of that stunting and shit, it really made the situation look stupid. She got quiet. She couldn't really say shit, especially when they was talking about the date and all of that. Yo, like the whole situation was fucking horrible, man. Like watching her and, you know, and him with this interview, him with the fucking sunglasses on, every time they ask him a question about the marriage or whatever, he like, yeah, she got that, whatever she said. Yeah, that's what she said, because that's what she said. And I'm saying it because that's what she said. Like, the whole conversation went like that, and it was like real telling of the situation. And so Benzino says that he didn't want to come back on. You know what I'm saying? He got up and got mad, you know, like I said, with the douchey producer guy, because he got all pissed off and was like, if you're not gonna fucking do it, don't do it. And I'm like, you little bratty ass white boy, sit your ass down. Like, I'm sorry, but it reminded me of when like little white kids be in the grocery store and they spaz out, you know what I'm saying? The type of shit they be saying, fuck you, Barbara, I want my fucking cookies. And you know what I'm saying? Just totally flip out and talk to their mom like they above them. Like, that's how I felt like he handled Benzino. And I felt like Benzino had a right to get aggressive with him, because I don't like when white men do that. I don't like when white men do that. You already have like an air about yourself that y'all are better, or, you know, white privilege. So automatically you have an easier life. And then you sitting up here exploiting these people, but you can't even show them the decency as to not be getting all in your fucking feelings when they don't want to answer a question for actual like legal reasons. I heard that Althea had a lawsuit. I don't know if she did, but if nothing was really wrong with your face, you ain't really get your ass beat, girl, stop that shit. There's no need. I don't, you know, you signed up for this shit. I'm sorry. You're on Love and Hip Hop. You got into it with Jocelyn and then you showed up to the reunion show after y'all was talking shit to one another. Please. You knew she was going to try to fight you. Your ass should have been more prepared, to be real, Althea. The fact that your ass sat there and got stolen was incredible to me. They had to walk a fucking mile before they got to y'all, and you didn't pop up. But I feel like she is ditzy and she didn't pop up because Benzino didn't pop up. And Benzino didn't pop up to me because he felt like security was going to rush in and get them before they got all the way across the stage. Think about last reunion show. How many times people was running over and security will hurry up and come get their ass before anything happened. Come on now. They asked Jocelyn about her clothes and everybody wasn't, you know, was dressed elegantly and she wasn't. She was like, what's that word you say? Elegantly? Them hoes wasn't dressed no elegantly. Them hoes was thrifty. And I was like, come on, bitch, you know what they mean. They had on long dresses and gowns and shit like that. And you was up there with some fucking shorts. Or, yeah, was it shorts or a skirt? Either way, it was like something that you could beat somebody's ass in. And I really feel like, yeah, you dressed like that for the fight. And she said, I always come prepared to fight. And I believe you, bitch. I believe you, bitch. But I believe you extra came prepared this time. Because last reunion show, you had that pretty ass long gown on and you wasn't about to fight nobody. You told them hoes. Ain't nobody stunting you hoes. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really started liking Jocelyn in that reunion show. I did. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I already liked her, but that really made me like her. How she kind of was like, man, ain't nobody stunting you hoes. Regardless. But her being all, like, she act like I'm not bothered, but bitch, you act bothered. You act bothered like a motherfucker. And everybody, like, act like they don't see the shit, but I'm not here for that. And if y'all don't like that, real exit. That's alright. You know, you'll be okay. Benzino did come back on, but eventually, yeah, you know, they answered some fucking questions, okay? He apologized to, you know, producer, you know, douche sideburns nigga and shit. Douche McSideburns. Douche McSideburns reporting. Okay, and this nigga was asking questions. He was so involved, and I understand as producers they must get involved because it's a reality show, but I really feel like you only get involved because you exploiting the fuck out of them, and you have something to gain by the information. You have something to gain by the fights and the altercations. Y'all don't seem at all bothered by the altercation. You more mad that he don't want to answer questions about it than the fact that it actually happened. Really? Y'all on that fuck shit. And I know Mona had to come in there and put that pimp hand down on Benzino and remind him, like, nigga, come on. I can really be ignorant about this. Answer the fucking questions. So they go in there and a crackhead, you know, they asked did he regret calling Stevie a crackhead, basically. And he was like, for what? That nigga a crackhead. The producer says that the reunion ended quickly, and now Thea says, well shit, we should be able to say whatever the fuck we want to say without somebody coming charging towards us. And ultimately that is true. Ultimately that is true. But come on out there. You know you can't say no anything and I get your ass whooped when Jocelyn is in the room. You should know better. But at the same time, I still believe that the attack on Tammy and the attack on fucking Mimi and Estaz, bitch, you crazy. Y'all out of y'all fucking mind. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, at the end of the day, you've been called worse shit, Jocelyn, than a crackhead. Y'all are probably doing coke. Don't front on us. You do more than smoke weed. You probably lace your weed with coke. Stop. So they asked Stevie about him stopping during that altercation with Zeno, and he said he was, you know, waiting for, you know, your boy to get up. He wanted his old ass to be able to get up and actually fight. And Jocelyn is like, you know, my husband would beat his ass. Okay, my husband would absolutely beat his ass and get, you know, cut off his neck, and he ain't got no neck, and he'll fuck him up. And I'm like, bitch, all of this, we do this, okay? And she ultimately said that she wanted to beat his ass. Her problem was really with Benzino. So I didn't understand why she even fought Althea. She said it herself that it was really all because of Benzino. So, I mean, to me, it just further proves, like, this interview proved what I said from last review and a review before that. So they talk about the internet shit, and Stevie says that he put that pic out of Althea sucking dick, you know, because Zeno had put out lists, and he had put out the crack video of Jocelyn, the one where she's screaming and hollering, "Hey, my motherfucking dick, nigga!" You know, screaming and shit. It was crazy. When they played it again, I was like, please make it stop. It's so uncomfortable to watch. But she, you know, he was like, you know, he releasing videos of Jocelyn from 3 or 4 years ago, and I'm like, you a fucking lie. Her weave was not that good 3 or 4 years ago. And I'm gonna tell you right now, babe, that's really why I knew he was lying, because I saw her weave in that video. And her weave was nice in that video. Her weave when she first started on this show was horrible. Y'all remember that shit. So I definitely don't want to hear that shit that was from 3 or 4 years ago when we didn't give a fuck about Jocelyn and didn't know who she was. Jocelyn feels like Benzino is mad because Stevie fucked Althea. I don't believe that. I believe Stevie is mad. I believe Benzino is mad because Stevie is acting fucking crazy. In 2 ways. 2 ways, he's not his bosom buddy anymore. And the other way is he allows Jocelyn to control him, yet he calls Benzino and complains about the shit to him. And I can understand how that would piss him off. Most people, y'all should understand that, most of y'all, because everybody reacts that way. If your people or somebody you care about always telling you your best girlfriend, always telling you about they do dirt ass boyfriend, you know you can't stand that nigga. When he come around, you roll your fucking eyes. When that nigga say something, you be like, you know that nigga lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't like this nigga. And if you could, you probably will fight this nigga depending on the type of shit that he done did to your friend. Okay? Love is blind. Eve told you a whole story about this type of shit. Hoes feel like that. Okay?
Talking about Stevie J.
Huh? Probably talking about Stevie J. Probably talking about Stevie J. Okay? No, I was just saying. Now she was going with this nigga at the time that the album came out. I'm just saying. But River Simone, bitch. Anyway, basically Benzino is just more mad at Stevie for allowing Jocelyn to kind of control the situation. I really feel like that's what it is. And that's his boy, so he feel like, nigga, you should have my back because I always have your back. Benzino put on Instagram how he was paying motherfuckers bills, and obviously that was true because they just got put out their house. I just saw that. They just got put out their house. So, you know, that shit was crazy. Y'all, did y'all see, speaking of shit I seen on the internet, did y'all see Mama D teeth fall out when she had her one night only performance? Did y'all see them bitches plop out and then she turned around and put them back in? Yes! Yes! Remind me of that episode of Living Single. Remember when Max fell off the stage and at the end of the song she finally come out? Oh yeah! Yeah! And the wig was sideways. That's what that shit reminded me of. Oh my gosh, she kept it together. That bitch ain't that crazy. But I'm telling you right now, I ain't never seen nobody teeth plop out their mouth like that before. And I have been around people with fake teeth my entire fucking life. And I've never seen anybody's teeth just fly out like that. Mama, you gotta get your potty grip popping. Come on. Come on now, you on TV, man. Do better. You was looking good too, singing all that fucking Anita Baker. That's the only thing I ask and sing. You know what I'm saying? You know that deep ass voice. Be up there singing Luther songs. Can't even get that high. Doom 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 doom. Doom 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 doom. Dum, 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 dum. This one she can't do it. Oh, 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 a chest and a chest. That's how deep it be. She get right back right there. That's what she at. You look good though, girl. You look good, girl. You look good. I'm happy to see you like that. Money does you well, baby. You tell Mama D getting her medication shit together. Y'all ain't gonna play her for cheap. Y'all, they even asked her if she do drugs, because you know they kept saying she did drugs the whole episode. Like, I told y'all that pissed me off. The whole fucking reunion show we talking about that she do. Stop telling on motherfuckers. All y'all do drugs. Mimi, you can't tell me you ain't used to sniff coke off Stevie's dick. Don't play with me, okay? Don't act like you ain't do what he, like, that's why she said no comment, because she know damn well she was doing all of the shit that Jocelyn is doing now, which means sniffing coke and licking ass, okay? Sorry, why did Stevie lie about smashing Althea? Benzino said it's because he's a fucking weirdo, okay? Because he didn't give a fuck. He told him he didn't give a fuck. Althea had already admitted it. Jocelyn already knew it, so it was no reason to keep denying the shit, but he did. He's a fucking weirdo. His explanation is that he loved Jocelyn and he didn't want to hurt her. But he has cheated on her before, and he has told her before. He has fucked some of her friends before. So I'm confused on why you thought fucking Althea would hurt her so much. Even though it did happen during their relationship, I did not know that. They never really specified whether this was something that happened before or that happened during, because y'all know Jocelyn would be mad either way, if you ask me. But seeing as though it happened during their relationship, I can understand her being uncomfortable, but I don't understand her being mad. Because like I said, this is what this nigga does. Everybody else says it's the pimp hoe mentality. I agree. This is what happens. This nigga does this. This is what he does. He cheats. He fucks with other girls. You get all your feelings. You get mad. He buy you something, gives you some studio time, put that good old dick on you, and you back happy again. You know what he do. You say it yourself. So why are we upset? I don't even really, I'm telling y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want to say, but she really felt like Althea probably got everything she wanted. Althea has a real voice. Althea actually has a marriage certificate probably. Okay, I'm saying probably, because they said they got married and they actually have rings, and I believe that they probably got married, but I'm just gonna say probably, allegedly. I'm for the law people, allegedly. Okay, so I really feel like at the end of the day, Jocelyn, like I said in the last review, is insecure, and the reason why she was going at everybody on that stage is because she wasn't the prettiest girl in the room anymore. Like, real nigga shit. Yes, Rashida is pretty and all of that, but she ain't never really had no reason to have beef with Rashida. Rashida ain't never fuck with her. Rashida ain't never tried to fuck with her. They ain't never tried to be cool. They don't need to be cool. Tammy and Althea both tried to be cool with Jocelyn, so she gave them a way in right there. I really feel like no matter what female it is, if she doesn't have something to gain from them, this is what it's gonna be like. So, you know, her throwing little shots, the bitch eventually getting in her feelings and saying something to somebody, and then Jocelyn being able to say, you said something behind my back, so now I can whoop your ass. Bitches think like that. So they asked Benzino whether he, you know, and Stevie whether they think they could ever be cool again, and no, niggas don't. Stevie like, we gotta go in the street and fight, but then even then I don't think we could be cool again. I'm like, nigga, y'all are never gonna be cool again unless somebody gets off drugs. And I'm not sure whether, because I really believe that the only way that Stevie could afford coke is if he got it from Benzino, because we all know Benzino paying bills, so obviously he paying for coke. I mean, I'm just saying, damn, you supplied the girl, the house, and the drugs for the situation, because I'm more than sure this is how it went down with Althea and him. And it probably was at one of them situations where they got all these girls at the house and Stevie fucks this one girl, but then, you know, this one girl kind of stays in contact with Benzino, and they start talking, and then they start dating, and they get together, and ultimately it doesn't really matter that she smashed, you know, Stevie, because at the end of the day, how many bitches have they all smashed and they didn't even know? I'm just saying, think about it. Atlanta is very small. I'm more than sure that there are a whole bunch of women that Stevie fucked that Benzino was like, you fucked her too. It's my bro. I'm telling you, this is what their relationship is built off of. The fact that they had the same type of taste in women. Probably. So when Stevie was sitting up there trying to play out there talking about her nasty old body, I was like, but you fucked her. So at the end of the day, it was nice enough for you to fuck her. So what you talking about? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Okay? They asked Jocelyn about the drug shit. I'm sorry, y'all. I be veering. They asked her about the drug shit, and she said that she may smoke a blunt or two, like I said. And they asked Stevie that he thinks she has an anger issue, or that she, you know, has she changed? And he was like, yeah, I think she's evolved, but I think she would be better with some therapy. Therapy? Nigga, you the one with the anger issues. I ain't get no fucking therapy. And I'm like, Jocelyn, you missing out on not getting therapy. Not really on some shit like, oh, I fought all these hoes, I need to go to therapy. But on some shit like, I had a horrible fucking childhood and I need to deal with these issues. Because it still affects you, obviously. It affects you in how you react to people. It affects you. And, you know, he said you're angry, you're quick-tempered. He was naming all the shit that was wrong while he was keeping it 100 with Jocelyn at that moment. And she was not receiving it. Okay? I'm telling you right now, like he said everything that we already said. The bitch is crazy. She need help. We all said this. Y'all said we was tripping. The old dude said it. Now what we gonna say? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all. I think that was basically all they talked about. Benzino said the whole crazy, you know, he not gonna speak on the drug shit. But I'm like, nigga, you already spoke on the drug shit. Shut your ass up. Okay? Like, ultimately, I understand why you wouldn't want to say you hit her. But stop fronting like you ain't say the bitch was doing coke. Okay? Was that just for Stevie or was that for the both of them? Because they was both saying it was hot. Okay? Not here for that. You know what I'm saying? You want to say the bitch doing drugs? Yeah, I think the bitch doing drugs. Yeah. I don't know what, but I think they do. And I think that's probably because there's a mirror somewhere with some coke on it in your house, Benzino. Come on, baby. You just know how to keep your drug habit in check. At the end of the reunion, I mean, at the end of the little interview or whatever, and they, you know, getting ready to leave, and Benzino was like, come on, baby, you can't do, can't do it all now. We got to save something for later. We got a whole nother season. We got a whole nother season. Put his glasses back on, laughing and shit. And I'm like, to me, that's what showed me all of this shit is for show. So if everybody getting all upset at me, I want you to know it's not real. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next fucking video.